First car was when? 1912 or whatever else, a Model T. And look in 100 years, how much they changed. It's amazing how they came up with things like that and made the car do what it does. Driving the Model A, I don't have hydraulic brakes on it, so it's got standard brakes on it. So you don't follow too close because you can push hard as you can and it doesn't stop right away, okay? So we kind of stay back. Fast as I got to go, about 50 miles an hour, and that's probably a real good downhill ride on it.
Getting in, you just have to remember to do all the things. You have to turn on the gas, and then you have to, do the spark and the, mess with the levers and pull out the choke. So it's quite a bit of action getting everything going to get it started, but it starts right up. We've always had antique cars. My dad would buy them in bushel baskets and put them together. Some would take longer than others. My dad was always buying and selling, and I mean, when you see pictures of us as kids, we're always standing next to an old car. We used to joke that if the price was high enough, he'd sell us too, because he was always buying and selling old cars all the time.
He always wanted to make a woody wagon, and there's a guy that belonged to an antique car club in Boyne City. He had it and he wasn't going to sell it. About 3 years later, or about 4 years later, Mr. Hayden decided to sell it. So he said, oh, there's my chance to get it.
So he got to work on it, and when we were up for the weekend, then he would enlist my husband's help.
Whatever he needed, he always had plans for me to come up there, and it was always fun.
He passed away in 2005, and then my mom 3 years later. And when Mom passed away, there were 11 collector cars, because the Woody meant the most to my husband as well, because he had helped on it. We took the Woody wagon.
Of all the cars, that was probably his favorite. And that's why I inherited it too, because it's my favorite too. Knowing that I helped with it and knowing that I think he'll keep it in the family, I think that's the most fun about it, that knowing what it was and what it is today. It's really interesting driving it, because you'd be surprised how many people wave at you, beep the horn at you, little kids waving at you. Where my mom lives is assisted living, and it's enjoying to see the people come out there. We stopped the car over there and they all came out, gave them a ride. They was all excited because they remember that kind of car, or they remember how it starts, or remember how the Ooga horn goes. And that's, like I said, the door is always open, because I want people to make sure they enjoy the car, no matter young or old.
That's me too. I like to share. It's fun. It's just fun to watch people as you drive by them, and just the history is so cool that you get to drive something that's 90 years old.
My name's Dave Garvin.
And I'm Cheri Garvin. This is
why
why I
drive.